Boss is still hanging in there, guys. Try some eggs. Put a little water in it, soften them up a little bit. And try some. My little buddy. Look at him, guys. He's trying hard. Hasn't eaten any kind of food, like really, except for a little bit of the eggs that, with water. I put a little piece of tuna. He's not really been eating. As long as he gets some drink, though, that's what matters to me, as long as he stays hydrated right now. See, his little nostrils are right here, so I can let him put his little head in there and do it at his own leisure, because it's only the tip of his beak kind of soaking in there. Alright, I took the band-aid off to kind of assess the situation. The epidermis and the dermis below it were really affected, but no deeper than that, thank God. So that's looking really nice, drying up nice. He had a big fluid bubble right here that has subsided, thank God. And another little scratch across here, kind of deep, not as deep as the other one, but it's looking really good. I'm a firm believer of the ginseng violet. It works really well. We use it a lot on our animals around here. So, but his neck is still not stable. So we're just gonna put him back in the sling and let him get a little more stabilized before we remove it. And that's what's going on with Mr. Boss. This will dry up real nice and heal. But poor baby, he had a rough time. His little beak we put back together here. It was just hanging off kind of to the side some. So we just gently manipulated it back into position. And it seems to have hardened back up and sealed itself back up, so we'll just watch that and just give him soft foods in the meantime. But overall, for what he's been through, he's doing really good. So just keep him in your prayers, guys. I was so proud of him. He tried to crow. It was just a very little minor muggle sound, but he tried hard. That's a good sign. He's drinking pretty good water. Hadn't really eaten a whole lot, but he's drinking water right now. So as long as we stay hydrated, we're going to try to introduce maybe a little cornmeal mixed up with water in a little while. When people say crazy chicken lady, well, I probably take the cake. This little baby is laid on my chest right now. Just trying to show him some affection and love. Trying to pet him and talk to him, and I think you get better response. And when he is in the box, I do have the lid closed. He doesn't have a whole lot of room in the box, and that is to keep him from hurting himself. Now the box has a big hole right in the middle when it's closed, where he's got plenty of air to breathe and all that, but it's to keep him from hurting himself, because he throws that head up, throws it back, jumps up, and just starts flopping around like crazy. And I just don't want to see him further injure himself, because he will. That's how sporadic. You never know when he's going to do it. He just does it. And I don't want him to hurt himself any worse. So, keeping the faith, guys, that he's on the mend. It might take a while, but we're going to keep working with him. And y'all keep praying for him. Thank you so much. Drink you some more water, baby. Look, he's supporting his own neck some. This is good. This is good. Thank you, Jesus. Say thank you, Jesus. And get you a little more, honey. See the inside of his beak. I don't know if y'all can see it. Hold on. If you can see inside underneath how it swole up from where he had broke the top of his beak. Like I said, we had mended it back together, kind of shifted it to line up better, and it seems like it sealed itself back. We're just not going to give him nothing, you know, hard to break it, so we're just going to keep trying to offer him soft choices for food. So I'm helping support his head, but when I let go, you know, sometimes he does hold it up. I didn't let go hard. I just trying to show y'all he's not in total control. He'll hold it up shortly, and then he'll drop it back down. I'm going to go ahead and try to mix him up a little cornmeal with some water, make a pasty, more wet paste, so he can get some kind of nutrition. Good morning, boss. So we're going to try some breakfast, huh? Let's try a little breakfast. We got a little bit of eggs mixed with some fine ground cornmeal and water, real watery consistency, so that he can eat better. I do have to help support his head, so give me a second. I'll try to do this. Here you go, boss. Come on, buddy. Come on. Alright, I gotta hold the bowl for him, guys. You eating, my buddy? I'll move it back to encourage him to do it himself. And kind of the way I'm sitting and helping to support his head and neck. Good, bud? This was a teaspoon of real fine ground plain cornmeal, white, and mix that up with it. Water to this consistency, just so he can more drink it instead of eat it, since he has fracture on his beak. That way he can still get some nutrition. We gave him a duck egg this morning, smashed up, not cooked, real soft, mixed up with a mixture like this of the cornmeal and water, and he ate probably about a tablespoon. So now we're just trying him a little more, just to get some nutrition in him. He's resting a whole lot, sleeps most of the day, which is very good for the healing. I am helping to lift his bottom up and down, you know, to keep strength to his legs and things like that, and gently manipulating his head a little to see what kind of strength he does or doesn't have. Just keep working with him, guys. Sorry, I'm trying to hold the phone, the bowl, and the chicken. So, come on, buddy. One more. Good job. Good job, boss. A little sip of water. Let's get you some water. So as far as him consuming his water and his little cornmeal mixture, he's doing pretty good. He might not be, you know, eating what he normally eats, but hey, I'm happy that he's getting some nutrition. It was the first day and a half, all he had was water. He wouldn't take anything else. So, neck still wrapped up. I took the collar part of it off. I just have it with a gauze loosely wrapped, and then the wrap like this that sticks to itself, but very loosely wrapped, just to help support his neck in the region where it's so bruised and tore up. I did want to show y'all how badly bruised. This is Jensen Violet that kind of stained and rubbed off over here, but all this other, that purple stuff is the Jensen Violet. All this other blue and green looking stuff, that's all bruised. It's all bruised. He has been, this side is the same way, so both sides are exactly the same. He's bruised bad. A few days later, so you could see it a lot better. And again, this is under his neck, right before his breast. It's all bruised as well. Poor little guy has been through some stuff. I have him in a big basket. I have a little box thing rolled up there with a towel wrapped around it to help support his neck while he's laying down like that. Yes, he pops up like Jack in the Box, but I have to help him get comfortable again. So don't want him hurting himself. I had him in a kind of closed box, but I'm not going to close him in. I'm just going to watch him now.